With his great return to the franchise, Android 17 is back in everybody's mind in Dragon Ball, and I wanted to have a discussion about one of the more obscure and, to be honest, absurd storylines involving Android 17. And I'm sure some people saw the video title and were like, wait a minute, are you kidding? Are you clickbaiting me? No, you guys know I would never do that. Yes, folks. There actually is a thing behind this. There is a thing behind Android 17 absorbing certain individuals. You know what? Let's get to it. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content I provide here on Geekdom 101, don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so that you get every video right to your device. And thank you so much. So if you're looking for something in Dragon Ball that's just absolutely out of this world, look no further than, of course, the Japanese exclusive arcade game Dragon Ball Heroes, which is based on Dragon Ball Online. Now, those of you who saw Dragon Ball GT, you remember that Super 17 was the second major villain in GT, and a character that was tough for Goku to take on because he was able to absorb energy. However, in Dragon Ball Heroes, he is back with upgrades. And of course, the people responsible for bringing Super 17 back is Mira and Towa. Because remember, Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Xenoverse are both branched off of Dragon Ball Online. And Mira and Towa are pretty much the main villains for all three of these video game series. So Super 17 returns, and this time he's got upgrades. Now, I'm sure many of you already saw the clip from Dragon Ball Zero's God Mission 5, where Super 17 absorbs Android 18 and becomes Super 17 with 18 absorbed. Now, I covered this briefly in my video about Super Saiyan 4 Gohan because Super 17 with Android 18 absorbed is pretty much Super Saiyan 4 Gohan's main opponent, I guess you can say, for that mission. So Super 17 absorbs his sister. Now, when I say absorb, I want you to understand this is not like the Cell absorption where he used his tail to kind of suck you up. This is more like Super Android 13's absorption where he kind of assimilates her into him. But specifically for 18, it was actually Towa who used her magic spell to actually, or whatever, her dark Makai magic, to merge 18 into 17 to make this new form. It basically looks like Super 17, but with blonde hair and like a gold belt buckle and like gold accessories. Pretty scary looking, and I know some of you guys are probably wondering what sort of genitalia Super 17 with 18 absorbed has, and unfortunately Dragon Ball Super does not answer this question. But please feel free to speculate if you wish. Anyway, Super 17 with 18 absorbed is a huge opponent for these guys, but not the most dangerous one that they would face, because moving forward in Dragon Ball Heroes Galaxy Mission number 9, Super 17 indeed absorbs Android 16. Now, if you're wondering where Android 16 came from, remember, Mira and Towa can travel through time, so they can pick any character from any time and pull them out. So 17 absorbs 16, and he's got these huge, ridiculously overdone muscles, and he's just completely jacked. And the reason why they added this in the game is because they added a new ability called Further Evolution, which is based off of Frieza's Further Evolution comment when he was talking about his golden form in one of the early Resurrection F trailers. He called it a Further Evolution. That's what this is. So he looks pretty much the same, except he's completely jacked to the gills, and it's kind of funny looking. But yes, Super 17 with 16 absorbed is a thing, but it's still not perfection. We get perfection in the form of Super 17 with Cell absorbed from Dragon Ball Heroes Galaxy Mission 10. Super 17 with 16 already absorbed, absorbs Cell and becomes, again, the perfect body, so to speak. But it's interesting when you look at Super 17 with Cell absorbed because he doesn't really look that different. He's got some black stuff under his eyes with the little cell lines, and he's been recolored to be like green and black, like a green and black like outfit, but he doesn't look that different. But this is indeed Super 17 with Cell absorbed. And as you can imagine, the power of Super 17 with the power of Cell is quite the foe, quite the adversary for our heroes to face. Now, I want to clarify one quick other thing too, so I don't want anybody to get confused here. Super 17 absorbing 18 is not the same fusion as Android 17, 18 from the Dragon Ball Fusion's 3DS game. These are two different things. The fusion in the game is much more voluntary, and it's just 17 and 18 fusing to make Android a 17, 18. This is an absorption. This is Super 17 assimilating 18 into him. And like I said, it's Super 17, not just regular old Android 17. So I wanted to clarify that for everybody. So let me know what you guys think about Android 17, and specifically Super 17, being able to absorb other androids like Cell. Do you think this would have been a cool concept to incorporate into the Super 17 arc of GT? Do you think that it's just a video game thing and it makes more sense for the video games? And do you think it would be cool to see this maybe get explored in an arc, or maybe in a manga, or maybe in Xenoverse? Do you think having Super 17 absorb androids in Xenoverse, a future Xenoverse game of course, would be a good idea? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you are new to Geekdom 101, don't forget to punch that like button, subscribe if you have not, if you're so inclined to, and share the video if you have time. I would really appreciate it. It helps out the channel very much. And of course, make sure you leave your comments down below, not just about this video, but about other topics you want me to explore in the future, because I try my best to be like no other channel on YouTube and cover topics that nobody else is covering. And I thought this one was very interesting, considering that 17 is back in Dragon Ball Super. Thank you so very much. I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh my god, just take a look at Android 17. He's a completely new man. Gone are the days of him only doing cardio so he can look like Brad Pitt from Fight Club. Instead, he has absorbed the most muscular android of all, Android 16. And just look at the biceps, the triceps, the pectorals, the abdominals. Damn, look at even his neck. He's so big it barely even has one now. But wait, what? There's more? Android 17 also absorbed the perfect body of Perfect Cell. And look at this. Well, I don't really know what the big difference is. I guess he's big, jacked, and swole, but he also has a green shirt on. Well, clearly it's a lifting, benching shirt, so now he can bench 10 trillion times more than before. No wonder all the other puny mortals at the tournament are going to cower in fear at his gigantic muscles. Ah!